Round 2 of the ROKiT F4 British Championship about to get underway, and it's Isaac Barashi on pole position for this reverse grid. Kai Darianani alongside, Dowie De Decker on row 2 with Jaden Parriott, he's got our onboard. Sonny Smith on row 3 with James Pizik. Josh Irfen next from Will McIntyre, Patrick Hoytzenroder and Gustav Johnson on the next row. Johnson, I think, starting from pit lane. Kanato Lee and Gabriel Stilt completed row 6. The 7th row, Jack Sherwood and Deegan Fairclough. Then it's Aidan Neat and James Higgins, Akil Alabai and Dan Ginchard on row 9. Dion Gowda is next up from Louis Sharp, who won yesterday's race, and pole position for race 3 that we'll see later on is Noah Lyle. He starts at the back of the grid. And we've got a car off on the grass,
yeah,
actually.
I've just seen that, yeah, he's gone off at the last corner, so I think we may get a delayed start. Although, it's Lyle who told it yesterday. He's got back on, and you can see Johnson come back in the pits, because I believe he's going to start from the pits, so we will not get a delayed start, and because he's taking his position.
Yeah, lucky that he was off the back of the grid, being on leading pole. So here we go with front row, Isaac Barashi and Kai Darianani on the front row of the grid. The lights go out and we are F4 racing. Oh, getting all sideways is Barashi, but he manages to get it hooked up, and he'll lead as they go down into Redgate for the first time. Darianani around the outside line, but we've got a change of lead because going through Jimmy Pizik, I think that was, the young Aussie, who's gone right the way around the outside. Super move. Yeah, that was a great move around the outside. We saw, actually, I think it's Darianani who made a bad start, so he's dropped further back. Just didn't quite get it off the line. Oh, there's a bit of contact there, big wing. There's a wing going up in the air there. Let's see if anyone hits it. Someone's gone wide there. That's the high-tech car. Stilp, I think. Gabe Stilp.
Yeah, Stilp's just tried to avoid another car, run wide, but he'll get it going again, I think.
Yeah, Gabe Stilp, multiple karting champion, world champion as well. Looking for a rookie season here, so running the rookie championship. Hasn't raced in cars before, but a big sort out. Another one of the Chris Dittman cars off on the gravel as well. Yeah, I think also Sherwood. Yeah, I think it is, and you can see Johnson now. He's caught up to his teammate after coming out of the pits, so it won't take him too long. We're on board now with Parriott running alongside one of the Argenti cars, trying to outbrake and get into the chicane, but thinks better of it and decides to take the normal line. It's quite slippery through this chicane. This circuit has been resurfaced recently, so there is a bit more grip than normal, but yeah, through the chicane is tricky because you can't really take a different line. And as you can see, there's a few people that have missed the chicane there, just further back, gone through the gravel, but it's yeah, it's all starting to get a bit exciting now as the quick boys are starting to come through the field. They are. That onboard shot that we saw, pretty spectacular what the drivers are dealing with as we pick up with Parriott there in the 77. He's our onboard, the young Indian driver. And for me, Barashi held his nerve. He was very sideways off the front of the start, but he did get away in second position, side by side for a change of position here. And it's the number 6 car, which is Kanato Lee, the young Japanese driver who was in the Ginetta Junior Championship last year, who's made a move. The 12 is Josh Irfan, and Josh side by side. 5 rookies we've got so far, and we will have more coming into the championship for sure later on in the season. But this is a big ask for these youngsters, Phil, in the wet. It certainly is. Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, they have done a lot of testing in the wet as well during the winter, but yeah, it's obviously getting it off the line is one thing, and then actually a lot of close racing that they're doing now in these tricky conditions. The visibility isn't as bad as it could be if it was a bit wetter, but you can see there's still a little bit of spray as they're coming into the chicane. Side by side once again. Yeah, great bit of driving from these guys. Obviously, like you say, they're only young, 15, 16, 17-year-olds. Aidan Neat in the 57 car, the pink wing, the Alpine Junior driver, having a look here to the outside line of Josh Irfan. He's not, he's one of the Fortec drivers, but not in the traditional Fortec livery as you'd expect being an Alpine driver. Slots back in. He's going to now try the inside run on Irfan, the Carlin driver. Carlin not in blue now, they're in the black Rodin Carlin colours now, which have been adopted over the course of the winter. And Neat very much fancied for the championship. It was a late deal to get him into Fortec. He was disappointed yesterday, had a dodgy start, shall we say, which put him further back down the grid. But he's really making hay here, and the one thing he can do is bring all that experience that he's got from last year and indeed the season before to get some overtaking done in this reverse grid race where you can grab extra points. The maximum point score is the same as a normal race. If you get the 10 overtake points, plus 15 for winning it, if you can do that. But at the moment, Jimmy Pizik is looking very good to grab a first win. 2.7 seconds clear of Barashi, who's holding his nerve ahead of Sonny Smith in third.
Look how close this is. These two have been battling away for a whole lap now. Irvin is doing an amazing job to keep Neat behind him, but Neat keeps getting the run coming out of corners, but Irvin just has it covered every time. They're running so closely together. As you can see, Neat is now going alongside him. He'll be on the outside trying to come into turn one. He's trying to squeeze him slightly. He might have a bit more grip on the outside, but Irvin once again just holds him off. Can he have enough grip? Going to be pushed onto the curb. It looks like Neat's done it.
Yeah, Neat was a quick driver last year. Remember, pole position, took a win as well in the championship, and that was a great move. Very difficult to overtake in any conditions, but in the wet, even more so as we look at Sonny Smith in the 72. So Sonny Smith is there.
Yeah, he's in third, Smith, isn't he? He's had a good start to the race. And I think we saw one of the high-tech cars come in the pits. I think that was McIntyre. Obviously for a nose change. Oh, is that Dedeker?
Yeah, it is Dowie, isn't it? One of the rookies who will go out. Here's a replay of the start. Watch the man on the front.
Yeah, just big wheel spin, and you can see Dowie Nani just had a little bit of a poor start there.
Physique from row 3.
Yeah, that's an amazing start. Yeah, great run for him, going round the outside, trying to pick up the grip. I think Smith had a good start as well. He was the one, I think, on the grass for majority of the into the first corner. But yeah, great bit of driving from Physique. Smith up to second now, Barashi third. Powyer is still in fourth, our onboard. As you can see, he's got a great shot here of the guys in second and third. As you can see, they're all looking for the grip on the outside. But like I was saying earlier, there's been resurfaced during the winter, so the grip levels are quite similar whether you use the dry line or the wet line, but it will develop as time goes on. There'll be more grip on the outside, but you can see just as they're coming down crater curves, it's getting very, very slippery. They're turning it on the normal dry line, but then they hit that sort of exit curve and lose a little bit of grip. But it's all about trying to find as much grip as possible, but he's got this great shot as we're coming up to McLean's now.
Yeah, Parrott, our onboard 16-year-old Indian driver, did 6 races with us last year. Came in, you might remember, racing with Chris Dittman to try and get that team, which is now full. So we're not quite full. Full is 4 cars, but Chris Dittman running 3 this year so far. But I know that Jaden was grateful for that opportunity last year. And
so Parrott is now caught Barashi quite a lot in this lap, and he's now got the slipstream. He's braked a little bit early. Oh no, he didn't brake early. It was Barashi that braked late, and he's had to go for that slip road. It's just enough room to fit the car through. He might have to give that up. Yes, he has. Yeah,
sensible stuff from Barashi in terms of allowing them back through. But Parrott now, our onboard camera is in line for a podium, so potential podium in the offing here, and Parrott now's got to try and chase down Sonny Smith. Here's a replay.
Yeah, it just looked like that Parrott had braked early from the onboard, but it was actually Barashi braking too late. He's gone wide, and he's thought, right, I better let that place go. But he managed to slip in just between Parrott and Kanato Lee, who's actually got the fastest lap of the race now.
Wow, good stuff from Kanato. There's the replay of the Barashi coming back on. A moment to talk about Isaac Barashi. He's got very little car racing experience, and didn't, we can talk about a lot of the drivers and say, yeah, they've got loads of experience of, coming up through karts, but he hasn't. He did a little bit of corporate or fun karting. He was staying at a hotel, and it was a hotel where Giancarlo Fisichella runs a kart track, and that's how he got involved in motorsport. Yeah, great story.
We just saw a bit of battling between Higgins and Hudson Roder. And Higgins with Vortec, he's having a good race. He's in 11th. Hudson Roder, who had a bit of an incident in qualifying, he's running 10th at the minute, so great run for him at the minute.
Points in this one, top 8 finishing positions, plus points for overtaking or places gained from the reverse grid. So it all pans out well, but Neat having a good look here at the moment. Akil Alabai, who didn't finish yesterday. Akil will be keen to get his some points. I was going to say single-seater debut, but I think he raced in GB4 was it? Yeah, last year, towards the end of last season. But great to have him back on the package for this year. Another, I think we safely say front runner from Ginetta Juniors last year. Yeah,
he certainly was. He was very good. It looks like he's struggling a little bit for grip there. The car's moving around a lot underneath him, but back on board with Parrott as we come out the old hairpin on the run uphill to McLean's. Again, you can still see they're just struggling a little bit for grip. You can see the movement on the steering wheel, but yeah, he's doing a great job now in third place. Smith is actually leading the race now. We missed that. So Smith's had a great run. His debut in single seaters. He did Ginetta Juniors last year, but he's having a great run with Argenti for his only second race in single seaters.
Yeah, it's good for Sonny, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Win in juniors last year, 5 podiums in the junior championship. And I think there'll be a lot more focus on F4 this year, with Janetta not being with us this season. So Sonny Smith, 0.6 of a second clear, so went across the line from Jimmy Pazik in second, and Jaden Parrott still in third.
Yeah, Pazik is a lot closer to Smith on this lap, though, as you can see.
He's in third now. Sorry to cut across, Phil.
Yeah, Canato's managed to get past Parrott. So, yeah, as you can see, Pazik's now trying to go on the outside of Smith as they're going through turn 1. So, Sonny Smith needs to just get his head down, because he's obviously quick enough to win this race, but he's obviously looking in his mirrors too much and allowing Pazik now to get down the inside as they're going to Craners. That's going to put him on the outside, going into Old Hairpin. Smith still leads just, but this is now bringing Canato, Lee and Parrott into this race for the lead. Yeah, Canato won't need a second invitation, will he, to get involved in this battle as they potentially slow themselves up.
And here comes Pazik on the inside line, side by side now, as he switches to the outside. That was pretty well read by Sonny Smith, but is he going to leave a gap here as Pazik again goes to the outside? What a race we've got, and Lee is closing up as well. This is the run up towards Coppice.
Oh, he's got the cutback, he's got the cutback,
he's on the grass, but can he maintain the grip? And here comes Canato Lee, second of the car. Smith maintains the lead in black, but side by side for a second it's Lee and the 6 car trying to go through, and now we've got a safety car to add to all that. Yeah, Canato, Lee and Sonny Smith have got history in Ginetta Juniors, so let's hope that... Oh, big spin for the Lee! He's gone round, that's such a shame for him.
That is a big pity, what a shame.
Safety car comes out and he can't do anything about it. Oh, great shame for him. He was just about to be battling for the lead as well. We have a safety car now. Yeah, he's just picked up the leader. That's an Argenti car that's off there with no numbers on it, so we can't see exactly who it is. But yeah, that'll be why the safety car's out. Oh, is it Barashi?
I think it might be Barashi. So, all right. So that's Jimmy Pazik. When he lost the lead, went big time into
he had a massive lead, didn't he?
Yeah, huge lead.
Yes, so he's got
some momentum going, but Sonny Smith straight past.
Yeah, so that's why obviously Pazik was quick, and that's why he's all over the back of Sonny Smith. As you can see, this is Lee, I believe, trying to get past the two of them, going into the chicane, and then this is when he has his spin. So he's in the middle of the circuit. He just clipped the inside curb a little bit too hard. He's avoiding his teammate and spun.
Yeah, shame for Canato. Hopefully he'll be able to come back from that. We've still got 8 minutes of action left with Sonny Smith, the leader from Jimmy Pazik, who's made that mistake, but now he knows, I guess, the limit of the car in second position. It puts Parrott back up to third, and Aidan Neat is in 4th position.
Yeah, he started 15th. An amazing run for Neat. And Louis Sharp as well, he started right at the back in 20th. He's in 5th. Wow.
Now, yesterday, when the drivers, you know, they do their reaction exercises before they go out, and before qualifying, he was busy doing that, and I said, can I talk to you while you're doing that? And he actually put they do it with the rugby ball, the Kiwi, of course.
Yeah.
Superb. And he, anyway, put the rugby ball down. I said, no, I want to interview you while you're doing it. And his dad said, yeah, come on, let's do it. We had a chat with him, and one of the questions I asked him while we were doing that was, what's your aim for the reverse grid races? And he said, just to get in the points. But look at that.
Yeah, that is amazing. That is it's quite impressive. I want to see if he can do the interview whilst doing the warm-up exercises. I definitely couldn't.
No, I couldn't as well. Yeah, we tried that on several of the Carlin boys yesterday. This thing about wet race as well, you know, you could look at the form of Carlin in the dry, and Carlin are very much back as the team to look at in this championship. We'll come back to that because we've got a replay.
Yeah, you can see Sonny Smith has just defended that quite nicely, actually, as Lee is tucked up behind him. And let's just have a close look. He's gone over the inside curve, then avoided his teammate, so just didn't want to hit Zeke. And unfortunately, that's made him spin out. But real shame for Lee. As you see on board with Parrott, he gets the bird's eye view of exactly what's going on. And yeah, you can see he's just he didn't want to hit his teammate, did he? Because that would have taken them both out.
Fair play to him. We'll have another opportunity. Again, a 30-race season for British F4. On 9 of the 10 British Touring Car Championship rounds, they're, I think, on with a BARC meeting on Silverstone Grand Prix circuit rather than the national circuit with us later in the year, which is good. But I'll come back to the point I was saying about Carlin. You know, I mean, in the dry yesterday with 3 of the top positions, and in the dry, you know, you can say, yeah, Carlin this, Carlin that, but look at Sharp has come through from 5th, and the wet, you know, any sort of advantage you got in the dry, it's a completely different ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm just looking at some of the other Carlin guys to see where they are. You've got Irfin, who's in 8th, and you've got Gouda, who's in 13th, and Lyle, yeah, obviously he was starting right at the back, he's in 15th. So we're back underway again now. 6 guys in, and Smith has got a right battle on his hands, as you can see. He's not quite got the restart that I think he was looking for, and you can see Physique going around the outside. Can he pick up the grip? He's got wide!
Jimmy P!
He's outbraked himself and gone off.
That's
what a shame.
But he knows he's got podium pace now. If he can get at the front, you know, in main qualifying or in these reverse grid races, but so close for the lead. And now we've got Aidan Neat on the podium positions, and we've got the race 1 winner. Are we potentially, is it too early to talk about a potential hat-trick, Phil?
Well, I don't know, actually. We've still got a bit of time left, haven't we? Because Sharp is in 4th. You can see Sonny is now just trying to pull away as Parriott is under pressure from Neat, and this is also going to bring Sharp into this battle. But yeah, Neat or Sharp could have this. Let's just see now with 5 minutes to go to see if Sonny can just get his head down and pull away.
Yeah, absolutely incredible stuff at the restart of this. There is Aidan Neat in 3rd, who's made up some good ground here, and this is really for us setting the groundwork for the season. Sharp, in fact, the leader now.
So now, yeah, we've actually got Sharp in front of Neat, haven't we? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Sharp is in 2nd, Neat's in 3rd.
Yeah, so Sharp has come through, and it is Smith in 2nd position. Aidan Neat challenging for 2nd. Vinegar Tritus flying around there. Side by side they go along the line. Oh, they're going to touch wheels there. If they didn't, it was very, very close indeed. And Neat looking for the outside on Sonny Smith in the 72, but Sharp has come through from the penultimate grid position in the wet, aided a little bit short by the safety car. But he probably wouldn't, you know, he's not going to take undue risks, but there he is in the lead. And
yeah, we didn't see that. That's obviously we were watching Physique go off, and that's when Sharp has managed to get the lead. So yeah, amazing. Now Sonny Smith under pressure once again from Neat.
Okay, so we're hearing that the safety car restart, Phil, is under investigation.
Yeah, I thought it might be. It's
so we're going to have a provisional result?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I don't know what happened there. The lights were definitely out on the back straight, but it was definitely a bit of a messy start. As you can see now, he's gone on the outside Neat now, round the outside as they come through Coppice. And yeah, you can see that that Smith has just dropped a little bit of pace, and now Neat's going to have to get his head down and try and chase Sharp down.
Parrott's coming through. Akil Alibi having a good run as well. He's in 5th. So it's good to see Akil, who not finished yesterday, getting a little bit of confidence back here. Had some troubles earlier on in the race with 3 minutes to go. And Sharp is fastest man on track as well. So Sharp will pick up the Motul fastest lap point, bonus point for this race as well, if things stay the way they are.
Parriott is having a great run now on Smith as he's coming out of turn 1. He's with the onboard camera. Let's just see what happened here. So yeah, you can see Smith is still warming his tyres up as they're starting to come over the line. So he's obviously had a really bad run coming into turn 1, but he's still in the lead there.
A lot of them broke ranks, didn't they, at the start? But I'm not sure if there was any passing as such.
No passing, no.
So officials will look at that, while we look at, well, not looking at Sharp at the moment. He's out of the picture down the road. Aidan Neat 2nd, Sonny Smith in 3rd, Jaden Parriott in 4th place. They head up towards Coppice Corner, and Sharp is away and down the road at the moment. Let's see if Parriott can get onto the podium though.
Yeah, 2 minutes to go. You can see that Smith is still in 3rd place, but he has got a lot of pressure. There's a few more coming into this battle as well. As you've got Higgins is there, had a good run. He's now in 6th, and Alibi
good shout,
just ahead of him in 5th.
It's been a big sort out, hasn't it, this race, and been a real journey for the drivers. Be interesting to get the stories down in the paddock before we get race 3 a little bit later on. I hope conditions are going to be better.
You can see Lee, Higgins is trying to go down the inside as they're going into turn 1, but Alibi has it covered. Lee, who had a spin just before the safety car, he's doing well to catch up now in 7th place.
It has caught them, hasn't he?
Who's went wide? Who's just gone off there? I see someone that's just run off at turn 1. I don't know whether that was Smith.
Yeah, I'm watching Lee and Higgins at the moment, to be perfectly honest, but it was a good spot. So
yeah, Smith's gone off at turn 1. That's such a shame. He was running in 3rd.
So Parriott now will go up into 3rd position. Sharp, Neat, Parriott, Alibi and Higgins under pressure from Kanato Lee, who's managed to pull it back, but Canato was a potential winner before that spin. He's having a look now on the inside of James Higgins. Super move by him. Higgins is going to try and get the cut back though, as they run up into the sweeps now. Is Lee got this sorted out? He's forced on the outside. Higgins looks on the inside at good pace yesterday in qualifying. Lee completes the move.
Yeah, you can see there was just a little bit more grip out there, wasn't there? Higgins had to go to the inside curve, wasn't quite as grippy for him, and Lee just sent it round the outside. Great move from Lee, so let's see if he can now go and chase down Alibi.
Alibi in 4th position, a terrific result if he can maintain that. Even 5th would be good for his first weekend with us here. But there is Louis Sharp, who is out front. Remember, from the penultimate place on the grid after winning yesterday, starting P2 yesterday. It was Noah Lyle on pole, but he got the job done early on in the race.
Ginchard goes down the inside of Lyle. It's a great move from Ginchard. He got on the podium yesterday, so now he's...
and contact on the back of Ginchard by Lyle. Ginchard will be fuming about that.
Yeah, that was such a shame because he got the move done. But I was just saying that he got a great podium yesterday, and he's having a good race up into 8th place, but now he's going to drop right down the field.
Yeah, that's a shame. He's one of the fancy drivers in this championship. When you look at what's happened in testing, you can take a lot of testing with a pinch of salt, but it was Louis Sharp who had the best of it. Oh, another big spin there. That is Will McIntyre in the 5, the runner-up in the Ginetta Juniors last year. Rookie champion, of course, in Ginetta Juniors, and not the way he wants to finish his first televised race in F4. But coming through the chicane for the last time, a super drive from the young Kiwi, who has brought the Rodin sponsorship to the team. Rodin Carlins. Louis Sharp takes a second win. 2 out of 2 for Louis Sharp. It's going to be Aidan Neat in second. Great drive by Neat as well. Jaden Parrott, carrying our onboard, is in 3rd place. And then Canato Lee got the better of Akil Alibi to take 4th on a super recovery. Alibi's in 5th position, and James Higgins in 6th.
Louis Sharp started on the back row of the grid, and he's just won the race. That is impressive, isn't it? Maybe he is going to do the hat-trick.
That's a bit Caroline-esque in the wet, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is.
Ex-Carlin driver. Word, by the way, yeah, we can use that.
You can just see this. This is Lyle and Ginchard. So Lyle obviously got better run coming. Oh, he's just tagged him. You're right. He just hit him as he came off turn 1. He is going to be fuming with that, and that will be looked at. And you can see, that was obviously McIntyre having a big off there. I think he got squeezed a little bit by Fairclough coming down up to McIntyre. Yeah, you can just see that again. Ginchard got going again, but yeah, that'll definitely be looked at by the stewards.
I'm going to have to watch this again and pore over the results and just work out the significance of everything that's happened. There is Ginchard back on track, so does manage to get back, but he's out of the point, so he won't make any point. We've got an issue here.
Yeah, this is when Fairclough has just squeezed McIntyre a little bit too much.
Yeah, that was a good call, Phil, well called.
Yeah, he's just, and then hit that big bump there. Not ideal. Real shame for McIntyre.
Yep, so let's have a look. Here's how they finish. Round 2 of the championship, and make mine a double, says Louis Sharp. Aidan Neat second from Jaden Parrott. Canato Lee, good recovery to 4th from Akil Alibi, and James Higgins in 6th. Josh Irfan next from Noah Lyle and Dion Gowder. Patrick Hoytzenroder is in 10th place from Jimmy Pazik. Deegan Fairclough in 12th place. Jack Sherwood 13th from Gustav Jonsson, and Sonny Smith. Gabe Stilp in 16th from Dan Ginchard, recovering ahead of Dowie De Decker, Kai Darianani, and Will McIntyre in 21st, but sadly not finishing after a decent enough start. Character building 21st for Isaac Barashi.
That was the craziest race I've ever been in. P20 to P1, like, it blew my mind, to be honest. Going into the race, I never ever expected to get that result. I knew it was going to be a crazy race, especially because it's wet, and I knew there was going to be a lot of carnage out there, which there was, but I knew that if I just kept it clean and just took every corner one step at a time and just picked them off one by one, I knew that I'd make up positions. But yeah, I never thought I'd get the win, so I'm pretty happy.